Today we're talking sand scoops, everything that you would want to know before picking up your first scoop. A few weeks ago I was out in Miami. I ended up getting in a fight with a lobster trap and my sand scoop lost. When CKG heard about it, they were kind enough to send me their own travel setup. Let me just show you. I'm gonna walk you through a few different setups, different budgets, different hunting situations, and then let you decide for yourself what is best for you. All right, we got 3 different scoops that we're gonna be looking at here. Let's check out the one I'm most excited about today. This is the titanium one that just arrived. This is the pro version, meaning that it is an 11x8, a larger scoop, and it has this finer grid in the back of it, these smaller slots. And what they're designed to do is catch finer jewelry, smaller items that would otherwise fall through these larger holes. There have been numerous occasions when I've used a scoop that doesn't have this design and I was hunting out in the water and you recover it, it's not in the hole, it's in the scoop, you shake it out, it falls through the bottom and then the waves are hitting and you're unable to find it again. So having this is a great safeguard, especially when you're water hunting, to ensure that you're not losing out on some small, gold earrings, diamonds, things like that could be falling through the bottom of your scoop. Now there's always a give and take, right? So this finer design in the back also means that it will take longer in some situations to sift through the sand. When you're in fine sand, I'll give you guys a little demo, it's not gonna really make any difference. Watch. It just melts right through still. No problem there. It's when you get more into the wet sand or more of like a dirt-like consistency that you're gonna find that it's gonna start taking longer. For me, I would rather take a little longer in some situations to sift through the sand on a target than give up that security of knowing I'll be catching the finer targets. So I'm a big fan of this. Also, if you're wet sand hunting, you're typically next to a body of water and you can just rinse the scoop out, which takes no time whatsoever. Some quick specs. The Pro version is an 11x8. Same for the stainless steel. They are exactly the same in size. Also, the angle of the scoop attachment looks identical to me as well. These are also coming with these reinforcements right here, which are all welded in. This titanium scoop is my new replacement for the travel scoop. There's a massive distinction in quality here. Let's talk some specs real quick. The stainless steel right here, I originally had a shovel handle on here and the total weight was coming in probably 4, maybe 5 pounds. It was heavy. Did it work? Yes. I didn't think it would make that big of a difference either, but when you start doing 4 to 8 hour hunts or even longer, by the end of that hunt, it's your shoulder and your wrist as well. There is a large distinction between a 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 pound setup when you're using it for 8 hours at a time. Let's talk some specs in terms of weight. The CKG stainless steel Pro version weighs in at 2.38 pounds right here. The titanium Pro scoop right here weighs in at 1.48 pounds. So there's roughly a 1 pound difference between the titanium and the stainless steel Pro scoops. For the handles, here's the CKG travel handle, which means that it breaks apart in the middle. It is 2 pieces, like that. Both of the travel handles are just over 45 inches in length. And when broken down, the top portion is 27 inches in length, the bottom is 23. So keep that in mind if you are measuring out for luggage. In terms of weight, both are just underneath a pound. The travel handle is a little bit heavier at 0.93, and then the normal handle right here comes in at 0.83. Again, not a large distinction, but these little choices do add up over time. All right, for total weights, the Titanium Pro with the carbon fiber handle comes into 2.3 pounds. That is a solid weight. Feels like a feather in my hands. The stainless steel version of it with the normal handle would come into 1 pound more, 3.3 pounds. With the shovel, looking about, let's say 4.5 pounds. So they're just different tiers. The pull handle is a great accessory for any of these setups because it gives you better ergonomics and better grip. If you're out here hunting and you've got sunscreen on your hands, or you're just in the water and you don't have a grip, you're gonna slip on this so well. It's also important that your handles have, see this rubber sleeve right here? This gives you a lot of great grip. Again, so that if you're sweating, if you got sunscreen on your hands, whatever the situation is. I've been out in the ocean trying to hunt with a little extra sunscreen on my hands, and it's like a slip and slide. Also, the ergonomics of it are better. When you're hunting, typically, right, you get a signal, you pull, and then you go into scoop. And this part right here, you're basically bending your wrist. You have this curve in your wrist. And if you're hunting day after day, you're gonna start feeling it. Having a handle like this, all of a sudden you have the straight wrist, right? You're not doing that bent motion anymore when you're retrieving targets. So again, little choices over time can have a big difference on your health and your experience too out there, right? You wanna enjoy what you're doing. Looking at this guy one more time, did it work for my one trip to Miami? Kind of. It broke 2 or 3 days before my last time, so I was just making do with a broken scoop. You can also see right here with the handle, the amount of wiggle is increasing over time. It's already starting to break down. The quality of the steel and the welds is not as great as the CKG over here, and that's why you're seeing this breakage happen as early as a few weeks into use. So, which scoop is best for you? Based on budget and hunting scenarios, there's a few different options here. Starting at the very bottom, if you are on an extreme budget, or you are someone who will be hunting once a year, twice a year, this does work. Just get it knowing that you will have to replace it at some point. Moving on, we'll go to the stainless steel Pro here. Love the scoop. This is a fantastic scoop right here. If weight is less of a concern for you, you want a very robust scoop and you don't want to break the bank entirely, I would highly recommend the Pro stainless steel. Gotten some great results with it. Moving on, we have the titanium. If budget is not a factor or weight is a huge factor for you, you don't want to get fatigued, I would recommend the titanium. It's a beautiful scoop. The weight distinction is very tangible. Durability wise, should last you longer as well. In terms of handles, we got the travel variation right here, the normal right here. You could do a shovel handle. I was definitely eyeing the carbon fiber ones almost immediately. They're lighter, they're stronger, they're better designed, they look great. It's a better user experience for sure. In terms of getting the travel one versus the normal one, if you're someone who does not plan on traveling with your metal detector, taking flights anywhere, I would grab the normal handle simply because less moving parts, less possibilities of something going wrong throughout the years. Travel handle on the other side, if you plan on adventuring with your metal detector or you simply need a more portable setup, for example, your car, your closet, let's say you're backpacking out to a hard to reach area, having the option to break it down like this is incredibly helpful. Feels very secure. Carbon fiber, great material, very happy with it. There you have it, 3 different setups for different budgets. There are more expensive shovels out there that people swear by. You can easily run that up into the $600, $700, $800 mark. Personally speaking right now, for where I'm at in my metal detecting, I'm not comfortable spending the same amount, if not more, on my shovel as I am on my metal detector. Right? Trying to block the wind here. If you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments below for me. Let me know what you're hunting with, what your setup is, what's worked for you guys. Thank you again, CKG, for sending me that setup. If you guys want to see me testing it out in the wild, just watch the next episode. If this was helpful in a way, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe. Small channel does make a big difference. And I will see you guys in the next hunt.